Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Ophelia for the third place match. We've got D playing on the red side, Conor on the blue side. Winner will be the bronze medalist. Conor is playing a mostly Mana Void deck, and D is playing a mostly Yucatec deck. D led off with this card here. She played the Prophet of Kassin, and because she played it into an open and uncontested slot, she got to use the claim ability, Stranglehold. Your opponent is limited to playing up to one card in their next turn.
Okay.
So Connor's playing Widowmaker in the middle slot. A piece of utility that'll strip the armor from your opposing characters. Back to D's. She's going to move the Prophet into the middle. So the Widowmaker's going to get poisoned. So we go to the contest phase. The Widowmaker with 8 initiative will fight before the Prophet, dealing 4 damage here. And then the Prophet will fight back, dealing 3 power worth of damage.
Hey, YouTube.
I'm going to cut that out. Sorry, mate. I'm turning you down. So D's activating the claim effect of this Prophet, which is Fate Twist. So a move up to 3 damage from a friendly Yucatec character to any other character. So I imagine she's going to move it across to the Widowmaker here. Yeah, so down to 1, up to 6. At the end of the turn, this passive Red Rivers will trigger, allowing D to move 1 damage from any character to another. So this 1 damage here is going to be moved across to Widowmaker, putting him on 7. And then the last point will be the poison damage, which happens at the end of the turn. 8 damage, which will be the life, and Widowmaker is sent to the Forgotten Zone as it is defeated. And it's back to Connor's turn. So this first round's only worth 1 point, but the next round will be worth 2 points. So he's going to play Beelzebul's Abomination, which actually has power and initiative equal to the number of Mana Void characters in the Forgotten Zone. Beelzebul's Abomination has a special ability which will mill 2 cards. So the idea here is that you want to fill your Forgotten Zone with lots of Mana Void stuff to make this guy bigger. So we're going to contest phase here. The Prophet will fight first, deal 3 damage. And the Abomination with 2 power will deal 2 back, so up to 3 here. 1 damage from poison in Connor's end phase. Also, Red Rivers will trigger again, so D, you get to move 1 damage from any character to any other. So it looks like D is going to do what we just mentioned. She's going to move the 2 here across to the Abomination. So contest phase. So unless Conor plays Feasting Frenzy here to make the Abomination bigger, which he's not going to do, he's going to eat some damage and go to the bin. Alright, that's if Conor passes his turn, that's the end of the round. D actually didn't play any cards, and she takes the first one. So because Conor lost the first round, he'll decide who goes first. So Conor's opted to go second. That's there's a restriction on specifically the first turn that only 3 cards can be played. It stops players from really filling out the board. So she's played down Jabalba, the Place of Fear, which has a claim ability to discard characters and defeat smaller characters on the field. This one also has an Honor the Gods special. A lot of the Yucatec cards have this one, which involves removing damage from Yucatec characters and sacrificing one to do a powerful effect. That's kind of a common theme throughout the Yucatec, who are very Mayan inspired. So she's also played down Camelot's The Bloodletter. So D's kind of put up a little defensive wall here. He's going to play down Malik's Faithful. So Succubus comes down. Succubus has a claim ability, which allows you to sacrifice another friendly character to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Mana Void card, you get to draw 2 cards, discard a card. So Malik's Faithful being in the bin is kind of where you want it to be. So he's revealed Valkyrie, which is a Mana Void card, which will allow him to draw 2 cards and discard a card. He's turned his Skeleton into these 2 -1. So it's up to him which one he wants to get rid of. So Royal Spectre has a claim ability called Decadence. which allows both players to draw a card. Throwing the owl in the way of the succubus. Succubus will receive 4 damage at the same time as Arkinmai receiving 7. Oh, 8. So if you're not familiar with how combat works, we have the main phase and then the contest phase and then a second main phase. In the contest phase, characters that are opposing each other in these lanes here, they deal damage to each other or they attack each other equal to their power, which is in the top left-hand corner. And the order in which they attack is decided by their initiative, which is in the top right-hand corner. Bottom right is their armor. Bottom right will reduce any instance of incoming damage by that number. And bottom left is how much life they have. So that's how much damage they can take before they are defeated. So this poison counter will give Succubus 1 more damage. And it's back to Conor. So Conor has passed. So the contest phase, these will fight at the same time. So we'll go to 7. This character will be defeated. And then at the end of the contest phase, 2 damage comes off, and Conor, you have the choice to move Succubus if you wish. Now he's playing a second Succubus into this wing slot here. Dark Massacre is going to be activated, which is a claim effect. Sacrifice another friendly character, and he will reveal the top card of his deck. So, because of the afterthought of Royal Spectre, he gets to draw a card first. So now he'll reveal 1 card. So he hit a Mana Void character. Now he'll draw 2 cards and discard 1. Going to the end phase. So he's going to take 1 damage from poison. And it's D's turn again. Okay, so we'll go to the contest phase. Succubus will strike first, dealing 8 minus 1, and then the Place of Fear will deal 7, which is enough to defeat Succubus. Alright, so we go to the end phase. Nothing to resolve, and it's Conor's turn. So Conor has also passed, means that the end of the round is upon us. Characters are sent to the Forgotten Zone, and he gets 2 points. So Conor's going to start this round, probably with big ass Beelzebul. This round's worth 3 points, so we can actually tie it up here. He's going to slam Beelzebul and activate Will of Kings, which will return 6 Mana Void characters for a card. Now he's playing Kamazots to banish a card from his opponent's graveyard with a claim effect. So he's going to remove that profit. Plays another card down, and it's Dee's turn. So she's going to play out Chuka, Ganador, and Camelots. So building up a bit of a board here in response. And finally the Temple. So the Temple is a cool card. It actually soaks up the damage of nearby Yucatec characters. Into the contest phase. Looks like Curse of Prescience hits the bin. And in the end phase, he's going to play... End phase of D's turn, he's going to play Glimpse the Void, which sucks all opposing characters under a friendly Mana Void character. So he's going to suck them under Beelzebul. They'll go back to D once Beelzebul leaves the field. Activating the claim of Ill Fate, discard a card, your opponent discards a card at random. So he's binning that one, and D loses that one at random. Contest phase, Beelzebul will attack a random non-Mana Void character. So actually, unfortunately for Conor, that's his own bat. So he's retiring Necromancer just to activate Will of Kings again, because he needed 6 Mana Void characters. Back to D's turn. And looks like D's going to pass. And Conor's going to pass back, taking the round. D plays out Ophelia. And the Temple again. And Ganador. So Conor's going to mill 2 cards with the Abomination. then play out Malik. Malik has an ability that allows you to return 3 characters to have one of your characters in hand haunt one of your opponent's characters. So he's going to put the skeleton under Ganador, indicating that it's haunting that character. Down comes Kukulkan and Camelots, and then equipped with Magnum Opus, which is made possible by Ophelia. Under the contest phase, Camelots is going to attack Malik. Malik will attack first though, but Camelots should defeat Malik here. Yep, in the Forgotten Zone. Now Kukulkan and Beelzebub's Abomination, and the Abomination hits the Forgotten Zone as well. Now Conor's going to play a Turning Point Tome of Brakir, which will allow you to return all of the characters that were defeated this turn to slots. At the cost of discarding a Mattervoid character, so he does that, and he's returning Malik and the Abomination. Into Connor's turn, in the contest phase, Malik, due to Extinguish, will automatically defeat a character that's being haunted, so Ganador is going to hit the bin instantly. And then he's going to use Feasting Frenzy to keep milling the top card of his deck. As long as it's a Mattervoid character, he gets to send it to the Forgotten Zone, and then remove damage from one of the Beelzebub characters. So he's going to mill 1, 2, chooses to stop there, and then takes 2 damage off the Abomination. Into the contest phase. Looks like Camelots is going to defeat the Abomination. Over to Dee's turn now. She's going to move the equipped Camelots to contest Malik. And at this point, Conor sees the writing on the wall and offers the handshake. And Dee receives the 3rd place medal.